And what you don't want to do is you don't want to get stuck in where you are now, right? You and you got to be patient. I know sometimes it feels like, okay, you're not moving fast enough, but all right, I'm on level 1. Actually, you start on level 0, but to get to level 1,
Right.
level 2, level 3, I can't repeat the same behavior. My behavior has to change, my attitude
Mhm.
has to change, my perspective on life, my experiences, everything has to change.
Yeah. What's interesting is the first bit of success you have. We spoke about that. It is
Yeah,
intoxicating. When you
yeah,
start to see success,
yep,
it feels great. And it feels great because it's like your hypothesis has proven correct.
correct. To be correct.
I bet
Yep.
on myself. I chased my dream. And look, I'm starting to win. The challenge is that to really win the ultimate game and to win the biggest dream, your actual dream, you are to grow, you're actually going to have to put yourself back into
Yep.
a position of discomfort.
Correct.
So when you actually achieve success, the
The
only
cycle
way to get to
continues.
the next
Yep.
level is to actually be a beginner again.
Yep.
And I think that is one of the most, but we spoke about the ego, that is one of the
Hmm.
most difficult aspects of this whole success thing and chasing your dreams and dreaming in color and all this story is that once you hit one milestone, the only way to hit the other milestone is to start over, is to
Yep.
go back to being a beginner, is going back to looking like a fool, is going back to learning. And that is one of the most difficult parts, especially if you have that ego complex, if you have that coming with it where you don't want to be a beginner, you don't want to look like a fool again. You, excuse me, you have more to lose now, you know? And you referenced the fact that we shifted to LA. Everything in LA is different and certainly more expensive, right? Life
Yeah.
in LA is completely different. And being here has put us in a position to where we are in many respects beginners again. We have to build new networks, we have to build new
Yep.
opportunities. And
Right.
it's very easy when you experience that first bit of success to ride on that and think that you're going to ride on that into the future, but you won't. You can't. Because if you're not constantly evolving and leveling up, then the next person is just
And
going to
and,
come
and
in and take your spot.
that's the comfort we spoke about earlier, where they fatten up, they massage the cows before they slaughter them. It's the exact same thing. Like I can tell you, like when me personally, like let's say we've just wrapped up, we've launched a tech project,
Mhm.
and that high you feel when it's completed is good, the
Yeah.
client is happy, you're stuck there, and to some point you're stuck there to the detriment of the other stuff that you still have to do,
Yeah.
because you just won, you love that, but now you become
Yeah.
unproductive, so you have to be mindful of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what we had to learn was that, hey, don't get so intoxicated by your success that you just get stuck in that. You just get
Yep.
paralyzed in that moment, and
Paralyzed.
that paralysis turns into a plateau. And that
Correct.
plateau turns into you getting knocked back down to where you started because you got too comfortable.
Yeah.
And that is for me the most complex aspect of managing success, is being prepared for the reality that when you are chasing your dreams, you can't fall in love with the actual dream itself.
Mhm.
What you should be falling in love with is the journey to the dream. And saying it,
Right.
it sounds ridiculously cliche, but I promise you, once you experience that first bit of success and you realize you got to go back to being a beginner again and you got to learn again, and for this new level you got to meet new people and you got to network again and you got to go through the whole process again, and you have to be small again.
Mhm.
That is one of the more challenging parts. The fact that you felt so big in achieving your dream and now you have to be small again. Once you are okay with that, nothing can stop you. Once you are in love with that process, nothing can stop you. But if the
Correct.
end result, if you just want to finish, if you just want to get to the end and be done, then you're probably going to experience some challenges because there is no finish. You know, the dream that you're chasing, um, it will require you to consistently evolve, to consistently grow in order to maintain it. And if you do it right, and if you're okay with that, if you give up the ego, then it's such a beautiful life to live.